All right, Lakers and Warriors. Let's start with the Lakers. We kept saying we don't know what to make of this team. All of a sudden, they're playing well. They've won 3 straight. They beat the Celtics without AD and LeBron. They went and beat the Knicks, stopped their 9-game winning streak. Then they beat the Hornets. Who cares about that? But they're 2 games over 500. However, still 9th in the Western Conference, still in that play-in position. So LeBron was asked about it this week, about whether or not he likes the team, whether they need to add. And LeBron said that is, quote, not a question for me, and kind of like deflected and dodged it, because LeBron famously never involved with team building. You guys play LeBron. Do they need to add here, because they are playing better?
No, I think, look, it depends to what degree you want to feel pressured and respond to the pressure from LeBron James, because LeBron is completely full of it. And obviously he wants help, and he has sent these signals out all over the years many times. I'm going to steal Avery Johnson's perspective, because he gave it on CBS Sports HQ and a light bulb went off in my head. He articulated what I had been thinking but didn't really know how to say. Avery and I covered that in-season tournament where the Lakers played at a remarkably high level. You noted the Knicks game where LeBron kind of like shows out because it's the cathedral basketball. I know that Warriors game a week or two ago, it's the Warriors, but Steph went for 16. It was double overtime. I think that the Lakers are good enough to do maybe what they did last year, right? Get the right matchups, make a run. AD's healthy, LeBron's LeBron, make a deep run. I don't think there's any move that they can make, Ashley, that makes them markedly better. And I do know, and again, this is sort of the reporting with Donovan Mitchell. Maybe they can get Mitchell, maybe they can't. But they are trying to figure out whether they give into LeBron and or play to this window that he has, or wait until you get 2 more first-round picks that you can move after the regular season. Austin Reeves, if you want to move him, maybe be more deliberate and think about that. And if you go get Donovan Mitchell, or if not Donovan Mitchell, and they think they think he's available possibly to them, that they could be in a bidding war, go get a real star. So that's what I'm doing. If I'm the Lakers, I'm telling LeBron no, which is a lot easier to do from this chair in Fort Lauderdale than it is, from that organization.
He's 39. He's 39. You're telling him no. That means he's got a season where he's not competing.
I don't.
I think they can compete.
Listen, I agree with your point. I agree with your point that I don't know if there's anything out there, one, that the Lakers even have enough to get. And even if they do get it, does that drastically take them where they need to be or where they want to be? I agree with you. I don't think it exists. But on the other side of that, I don't know if the Lakers want to deal with a pissed off LeBron for the remainder of the season, for a remainder of this year. Also, you run a lot.
And he's got a player option in the offseason.
Which
yes,
he's going to pay $52 million.
He has a player option.
Yeah.
LeBron has been known to do what LeBron wants to do. Not to say that he's going to leave LA, but do you want to run that risk? Also, I mean, let's go back to last season when the talks of Kyrie were going to go of joining the Lakers were just circulating nonstop. It didn't happen. Let's use Donovan Mitchell in the equation right now. If Donovan Mitchell is, a possibility for the Lakers and you don't actually land him in the summertime, you're now back at 0 with a pissed off LeBron to start another season, because he's not retiring anytime soon. So you're putting so much stock in what could be, what might be, maybe, sort of. No, LeBron needs a result and he needs it now. So even if the move isn't monumental, even if it doesn't take you over the edge, you have to make a move because of him and only because of him. You don't really have an option.
Let me play devil's advocate real quick, because if you'd asked this question 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, everybody was like, absolutely, D'Angelo Russell's got to go, bring in somebody else, right? DeJounte Murray has been the hot name. Since then, D'Angelo Russell is playing his best basketball in a long time. He's been playing excellent. So I want to let's play a little game here, because I want to, do they need to add? And if they add, are they getting somebody back who's playing better than D'Angelo Russell is right now? So I'm going to run through some names, and you just tell me, would you rather have D'Angelo Russell or the other guy? All right. So we'll start with D'Angelo Russell or DeJounte.
DeJounte, but not enough to go get him for the price it would cost. But what is he, a 20%, 30% upgrade?
Is this a perfect scenario?
It's not a huge upgrade.
It's forget about what they have to give to get him. And don't forget, DeJounte is in the first year of a very reasonable deal. But let's just do player comparison. We're all on DeJounte. All right.
Yeah.
D'Angelo or DeMar?
DeMar.
The problem is D'Angelo's not going to play like this once the trade deadline goes. I'll go DeMar.
I'd go DeMar too. Ashley's least favorite player, Bruce Brown.
Don't do that.
Oh, I'll go Bruce
I'm
Brown.
going Bruce Brown.
I'm going
I'll go
Bruce Brown too.
too.
Yeah.
All right. This is where it starts to like rubber meets the road for me because he does so many different things. He's not as good a scorer, but he's a better defender. Caruso or D'Angelo?
Oh, Caruso can't go home. They already
I'm
screwed
going
that up.
D'Angelo. I'm saying D'Angelo.
I would rather have Caruso. Would I? Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I'd rather have
Not by-
Caruso.
I
just
think
by
D'Angelo-
like this much.
Yeah, but not D'Angelo, but not by much. Like
All right.
not by much.
They screwed that up.
Tyus Jones.
Tyus Jones?
Yeah. I'd go D'Angelo.
Yeah, I think I would too. Now we're
And
getting
then
into
you're in Brogdon, Sexton, and Clarkson, and I would take D'Angelo over all of them. So with the exception of like a handful of guys, I'd rather have D'Angelo because he's playing so well right now. And the whole point of that was to get any of those other guys, you're going to have to give something up, whereas D'Angelo's already on your team. So I get what Ashley's saying about like you don't want to waste a year of LeBron, and also there's the ramifications of how he'd take it. But who are you getting and at what cost?
Let me point out a factor too that I think is important to talk about because John, you mentioned the player option. Bronny's not good enough to play in the NBA right now. And this is not my opinion. I'm telling like scouts and guys that come through LA that I have dinner with when they come through, who go over to USC's practice facility and watch him. He's just not considered good enough to play in the NBA right now. Now there's a hope that he can be in 2 or 3 years. I don't know if he'll go that long, but I think that player option, the idea of LeBron not picking it up, I think it's much more likely he does now. Because Bronny needs another year in college, and whether or not LeBron and his son sort of reach the same conclusion, but if they talk to anyone out there who was actually scouting Bronny James, the answer will be definitely could play in the NBA. Don't do it now, or you're going to risk the ability to have a career. So I do think that there might be a little more leverage for the Lakers, maybe, in not having to do some of these trades because LeBron's got a $52 million player option. He loves LA, and if he wants to play with his son, I don't think it makes sense to force the issue this year. I think it makes sense to do it the following summer.
Playing devil's advocate, because honestly, like. Knicks fan, not my problem. I'm good. So like, but playing devil's advocate here, let's say you don't make a move if you're the Lakers right now. And are you confident enough? I mean, we've seen LeBron leave scenarios and situations that you thought he was happy in for greener pastures. If Bronny is so far removed from the NBA, 2-3 years max, there's nothing stopping LeBron from going elsewhere in the interim and then circling back and figuring out a way for him and Bronny to play later on a back end on a different team. What I'm saying is the Lakers may think they have the leverage in terms of like the player option, LeBron, the Bronny situation, but it's not like if there's so much time between then and now, LeBron can always figure out a way to make that happen down the road. There's nothing stopping him from making the move that benefits him and his individual legacy right now. You get what I'm saying?
But that's
I don't know if the Lakers have
also true, Ash, even if they go get what he wants, because they have to give up Austin Reeves. Let's talk reality. You're not getting any help. Even Austin Reeves in a first, I'm not sure you're getting enough, but let's say that you think it's enough. You don't have Austin Reeves anymore. And it probably isn't going to work. And like, I like LeBron on a personal level. I think he's a good guy. I think he's an amazing player. I've covered him. I know him. He'll just leave. I mean, he'll just, so like, I don't think you can operate anything you do now. I don't think you can operate under the assumption that LeBron is going to stay or leave because of it. If you think he's leaving, and I don't think they do, you trade him, and they're not going to, and they don't think he's leaving. But if you do think he's leaving, you entertain trades for LeBron, right? Because you're not going to be able to control his, I don't think, his decision-making based on whatever you do in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, that player option is like so much money, and he is in LA, and Bronny is not coming to the NBA next year. So I think LeBron is going to end up sticking around, which is why, if it's me, especially because they only have that one first right now, I'm waiting till the offseason and I'm rolling the dice on Bill's reporting on Donovan Mitchell when you have 3 picks that you could potentially trade. And then Donovan Mitchell is a massive upgrade, right? Like DeJounte Murray is a fine player. I like him a lot, but I don't know that he's going to all of a sudden like supercharge his team and making them into a championship contender. I think it, as hard as it would be, maybe you make a little trade around the margins and you add in like an extra shooter for a 2nd round pick and something cheap, right? You take your chances this year and then you reboot in the offseason. I think that's the play. You got to have a conversation with LeBron about it and be like, this is sucks. You got to take your medicine on this though. So that's the Lakers situation.